Hello, future chemists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the heart of molecules. Today, we are diving deep into bond parameters, the fundamental characteristics that define how atoms connect and interact. From bond length to bond energy, these parameters govern everything from a molecule's shape to its reactivity. We'll explore this fascinating topic through 4 levels: easy, medium, hard, and hardest, building your understanding step by step for your G-main preparation. Let's begin. Ready for the basics? In this easy section, we'll introduce you to the core concepts of bond parameters, making sure you grasp the foundational ideas. Our first parameter is bond length, simply the distance between two bonded nuclei. It's crucial because it tells us about the size of atoms and the type of bond. For instance, a triple bond is always shorter than a single bond because of stronger attraction. We measure these distances in picometers or angstroms, tiny units reflecting the atomic scale. Understanding bond length is the first step to visualizing molecules. Next, we have bond angle, which defines the spatial arrangement of atoms around a central atom, dictating the molecule's overall shape. Think of water, with its bent shape, or methane, with its perfect tetrahedral structure. Then there's bond enthalpy, or bond energy, the power needed to break a bond. A high bond enthalpy means a very strong, stable connection, signifying a robust chemical bond. These parameters are essential for understanding molecular architecture. Time to test your understanding. Here are 3 practice questions to solidify what we've just learned. Take a moment to think about each one. Which bond is longest? What's the angle in methane? What does high bond enthalpy mean for bond strength? Pause the video if you need more time, and then check your answers. Now, let's move a level up. In the medium section, we'll explore the factors that influence these parameters and introduce a new, important one: dipole moment. Bond lengths and angles aren't fixed, and they're influenced by several factors. Atomic size plays a big role. Larger atoms mean longer bonds. Bond multiplicity, whether single, double, or triple, also dictates length and strength. Hybridization, too, affects bond length and angle, especially the S character. And don't forget lone pair repulsions, which can significantly squeeze bond angles, as seen in water. Even resonance can average out bond lengths, creating unique molecular structures. These factors give molecules their distinct personalities. Bond enthalpy is directly related to bond multiplicity. Triple bonds are much stronger than single bonds. For polyatomic molecules, we often use average bond enthalpies. Bond order, the number of bonds between atoms, is a fantastic predictor. Higher bond order means shorter, stronger bonds. This concept is especially useful when dealing with resonance, where we can have fractional bond orders. These calculations are vital for predicting reaction energies and understanding molecular stability. Our new parameter is dipole moment, a crucial measure of molecular polarity. It arises from uneven electron sharing due to electronegativity differences between atoms. It's a vector quantity, meaning it has both magnitude and direction. A molecule's overall dipole moment is the sum of its individual bond dipoles. Symmetrical molecules like carbon dioxide can have polar bonds but no net dipole moment. This parameter is key to understanding properties like solubility and boiling points. Ready for some medium-level challenges? These 5 questions will make you apply your understanding of factors affecting bond parameters, bond order, and dipole moments. Think critically about why certain molecules behave the way they do. Pause the video, work through them, and then check your solutions to reinforce your learning. Excellent progress. Now, for the hard level. We'll dive into the quantitative aspects, comparing different radii, and understanding complex enthalpy calculations. Bond parameters are deeply interconnected. Shorter bonds are generally stronger, and higher bond order leads to greater stability. VSEPR theory helps us predict precise bond angles by considering the differing repulsions of lone pairs and bonding pairs. Hybridization directly shapes molecular geometry. Resonance delocalizes electrons, leading to averaged bond lengths and enhanced stability, as famously seen in benzene. And don't forget steric hindrance, where bulky groups can physically distort ideal geometries, impacting reactivity. When we talk about bond lengths, we often differentiate between covalent and van der Waals radii. Covalent radius is half the distance between two identical bonded atoms, used to estimate bond lengths in molecules. Van der Waals radius, on the other hand, is half the distance between two non-bonded atoms in contact. Naturally, van der Waals radii are always larger because they represent non-overlapping atomic spheres. These distinct measures are vital for understanding both intra- and intermolecular interactions. Bond enthalpies are not just theoretical, they're practical. We use them to calculate reaction enthalpies, which is crucial for predicting whether a reaction releases or absorbs energy. Remember, these are average values, so calculations are approximations. Resonance energy quantifies the extra stability a molecule gains from electron delocalization, like in benzene, where all carbon-carbon bonds are identical and intermediate in length. We can even use bond order to predict magnetic properties, like why oxygen is paramagnetic and nitrogen is diamagnetic, a key insight from molecular orbital theory. Now, for some challenging questions. These 7 problems cover enthalpy calculations, VSEPR nuances, distinctions between radii, and applications of bond order and resonance. They require a deeper analytical approach and connection between different concepts. Take your time, apply what you've learned, and strive for precision in your answers. You've made it to the ultimate challenge, the hardest level. Here, we'll explore the theoretical underpinnings, experimental techniques, and real-world applications of bond parameters, pushing your understanding to competitive heights. At this level, we connect bond parameters to fundamental theories. Valence bond theory, with its concept of orbital overlap and hybridization, explains bond formation and geometry. Molecular orbital theory offers a more sophisticated view, describing electrons in delocalized orbitals across the entire molecule. MOT accurately predicts bond order and magnetic properties, something VBT struggles with. Both theories, despite their differences, are indispensable for a complete understanding of chemical bonding and molecular structure, providing a robust framework for predicting and explaining molecular behavior. How do we actually know these bond parameters? Through advanced experimental techniques. X-ray diffraction is king for solids, revealing precise atomic positions. Electron diffraction is used for gases. Microwave spectroscopy gives highly accurate bond lengths for simple molecules by measuring rotational transitions. Infrared spectroscopy provides insights into bond strengths by analyzing vibrational frequencies. Even NMR spectroscopy helps with structural details. And for complex systems, computational chemistry offers powerful predictive tools, simulating molecular structures from first principles. Bond parameters aren't just abstract numbers, they're profoundly influenced by their environment and are critical in biological systems. Solvents can alter bond polarity and reactivity. Crystal packing forces can subtly distort bond lengths and angles compared to isolated molecules. Steric hindrance can dramatically reshape molecules. In biology, the precise bond geometry within enzymes ensures they can bind substrates and catalyze reactions effectively. And think of DNA, the exact bond lengths, angles, and hydrogen bonding within its double helix are fundamental to life itself, ensuring genetic information is stored and replicated accurately. The understanding of bond parameters has massive implications in engineering and material science. It's the foundation for designing new materials with specific properties, whether it's super strong polymers, flexible electronics, or novel catalysts. In drug design, knowing bond parameters helps optimize how medicines interact with biological targets. Nanomaterials' unique properties are directly linked to their atomic level bonding. From high-performance composites to advanced catalysts, manipulating bond parameters is key to innovation and technological advancement, driving progress across countless fields. Prepare for the ultimate test of your knowledge with these first 5 hardest level questions. They demand a deep understanding of theoretical concepts, experimental methods, and their applications. Tackle each one with precision, connecting different areas of chemistry. Good luck! And here are the final 5 questions, pushing your analytical skills even further. These problems challenge you to integrate knowledge across various topics, from molecular orbital theory to real-world material science. Show us what you've learned and demonstrate your mastery of bond parameters. You've got this! Congratulations on completing this comprehensive journey through bond parameters. We hope you feel confident and well prepared for your G-Main exams. For more such in-depth educational content, practice questions, and personalized learning experiences, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more exciting chemistry lessons. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep excelling.